like to extend a hearty welcome to all the students, scholars, and teachers of philosophy of our country and abroad. Today, we have a very beautiful topic that is significance of Friedrich Nietzsche's thought on modernism. And today, we have invited a young scholar, Sri R.S. Ambika Prasad, research scholar, Department of Philosophy, Utkal University. During the month of February or March, when we were witnessing the talk of E.V. Mukherjee of North Bengal University. At that time, we found that Ambika Prasad was doing research on Nietzsche's philosophy because his discussion on that day inspired all of us. And you know, Ambika Prasad is pursuing his doctoral study relating to this topic and being a very brilliant scholar in philosophy. He has been associated with different philosophical forums of the country and abroad, and he has shown his creativity by writing different poems and stories both in Odia language and English language, and it unfolds his creative outlook in different literary fields along with philosophy, and hope that this topic of today's webinar will inspire all of us, will unfold different dimensions of the area that we have not known because Ambika Prasad is doing research on that particular topic. And today we are very happy that Madam Professor Nandini Misra is with us today. I welcome her. I welcome the senior master, professor, teacher of teachers, Professor Ranjit Ghosh. We welcome him. We extend our gratitude to him to be with us throughout the year. We extend our welcome to Professor Anup Rai, the well-wisher of philosophy family, and we extend our best wishes, welcome, and gratitude to all the teachers, students there with us throughout the country in this Sunday webinar to witness this regular academic program of philosophy family. I don't want to spare my time because we are waiting to listen Ambika's talk on the significance of Nietzsche's thought on modernism. Once again, I extend my welcome to all the viewers of today's webinar. I welcome our admin, our host, Dr. Pramod Kumar Das, and we extend our gratitude to Dr. K. Umnan Rao because his philosophical reflection always inspires us. So with this, once again, I welcome you to this Sunday webinar, to this beautiful evening, and I request Sri Ambika Prasad to commence his presentation. Welcome, Ambika.
Sir, thank you, sir. Uh, Sir, namaskar. This path seems very dangerous to me, actually. But the thing is that when you have your own mentors over here, barely I have hands on my head. So it's all the way thanks to all my teachers who are present over here. Thank you, sir. At first, I want to introduce myself that I'm just a simple, a small shadow of them. who have guided my path, starting their name, and I want to start from their name only. Uh, Thank you. My first thanks goes to Professor Ramchandra Majhi sir for being my first teacher in philosophy. Then Professor Ranjit Ghosh sir, who has given me this, he has handed me this fire in my hand, that Nietzsche, and he has introduced me to different philosophers over here. Ashok Rai sir, my Western philosophy teacher. Dr. Jaydev Jena sir, who was my logic teacher. Dr. Nandini Mishra ma'am, who was my teacher back in Ravencha and presently my guide. Dr. Himanshu Sekhar Samal sir, whose constant support and encouragement has brought me here. Dr. Pattavaban Das sir, for whom I have learnt how to speak, how to think, how to do philosophy. I can't thank him enough. Dr. Saroj Kanta sir, Saroj Kanta Kar sir, who has inspired me in every way to be in time or be it off time. Just present yourself without any fear. Dr. Ashok Tarai sir, he has started introducing me to analytic part of philosophy. Probably I will learn it very soon. Dr. Sudhakar Jalli sir, who has been very patient to me and taught me all the laureates and all the dignified people of India. Dr. Pragya Paramita Mahapatra ma'am, who has been my constant inspiration, because the way she explains, teaches, that's all the way very gracious. Dr. Kavita Das ma'am, because she has been the person who infuses every bit of philosophy in watching movies, music, and whatnot. Manoranjan Malik sir, he has made philosophy look fun. And Dr. Mumun Das ma'am, I have few seniors, Swagatika Das Didi, who is presently a scholar of um, Sambalpur University, and Mahima Sagar Malik Bhai, who is currently a scholar of Ravencha University. They are constant support. My friends, Jitan Dalai, Asis Kumar Panda, they have been my constant support all the way. And Sanju Opa of Ravencha University and Manu Dada of Utkal University. They have given all the comfort for whom we can do the philosophy. Now, starting to my topic, it's on now. The significance of Friedrich Nietzsche's thought on modernism. Many people call him Nietzsche, many people call him Nietzsche, many people call him Nietzsche. But in Germany, the real pronunciation goes like this: Nietzsche. Nietzsche. So, introducing him, before introducing him, there is a thought which has been asked to me. I should deliver on modernism. Now, what is modernism? Let's Modernism means we are the product of modernity. There is modernism everywhere. And when we introduce ourselves to life and the contemporary situation is what we call modernism. Before that modernism implies to us, we should ask a simple question: who are we? It might sound very vague in a manner, but that is what the part of things are. Who are we? Many might get the answer: human. And who are these humans? What makes us human? Right? What makes us human? Why are we called human? Because we have a thinking capability, thinking capacity. And that's all. Rationality is the thing that makes us human. Now, About rationality, the real question arrives. Are we really rational? Is our rationality a society driven one? Or we are simple independent thinkers where we are proving our rationality? Our rationality is a product of society, or we are just independently applying rationality to our life forms. Now, about rationality, rationality is the quality of being guided by reason. In this regard, a person acts rationally if they have a good reason for what they do. A belief is considered to be rational if it is based on strong evidence. This quality can only be applied to a rational animal, an animal who possesses a psychological process like reasoning, and also carries mental state such as beliefs, intentions. A thing that lacks rationality is either called irrational or, in an anthropocentric term, because we humans are very self-centered. That is why the term is used anthropocentric. We term others as animals. Even when we come to our real life stage, when we disregard someone, we add an animal's name and scold them. Why we scold them? We scold them because we term them as an irrational person. A person who is out of his mind is considered as an animal. Subject to it is the domain of our rational evaluation. This is our rational evaluation. But yes, talking about someone, scolding someone, we have mentioned someone animal, and we consider ourselves as human being, a rational being who is able to think everything, uh, who is able to know and plan his work accordingly. But with all rationality, where are we now? All trapped in the juggle of the society, right? When rationality is involved inside us, the thing comes to us, "Okay, we should think something differently, we should work somewhere differently, our action should uh, explain us." But our action is always society oriented, alas. So we are all trapped in the juggle of the society. I believe rationality is some medium which gives us freedom. Means freedom means a thought where everything has to be free and will be under our will. But is it really so? I believe we should be like this guy, this free human being who is absolutely free, might be wearing a t shirt, but he seems to be absolutely free. He's enjoying his freedom. But actually, we are this. We are that person who is running in a rat race. Or maybe this, a person who is caged in all the luxury. This tender jail is not visible to us. Are we free now? Now, if you consider these facts, we are running in a loop. We are working in a jail. We have all the comforts, but these comforts are actually jail. Jail, we are jailed in our thought. We are jailed in our work. But barely we know that. That was the time there was a quote when Rome was falling. When Rome was falling, people used to the king used to introduce people to circuses in order to deviate their mind from real problems of the city, of the country. And when these minds will be captivated by entertainment, enjoyment, can we really say that we are free? or we are just avoiding the real problem. What we are seeking? We are seeking this. We are seeking freedom. We are seeking freedom. Is it complete freedom? Or we are getting trapped in a freedom, in the name of freedom? We are trapped after money. We are trapped like that mouse. We are trapped like that mouse who is running after money and happiness, and he thinks that that slumber is happiness. Now see, but our reality is different, isn't it? These things are very, very inspirational. You should be free, we should be this, we should be that. But when life comes to me, even this was my opinion, but when life comes to me, even, does actual freedom exist? Can we be really be free? No, we cannot really be free. We are dependent somewhere on someone. Suppose for food, we depend on a farmer. If you farm your own food, then only you will say that, yes, I am a person who is free, who can have food of his own, who can grow his own food, who can cook his own food, who can sew his own cloth. Now, that is the real sense of freedom. Even Paulo Coelho has a say on it. Absolute freedom does not exist. What does exist is the freedom to choose anything you like and then commit yourself to that decision. Well, look how difficult it is to understand the freedom. Absolute freedom does not exist at all. What does exist is a freedom to choose anything you like. Means you have to choose a work and give your entire life to that. Have you expected this kind of freedom? Have you thought that this is the freedom we needed? As a kid, when I was a kid, I had been to school. I thought earning money was freedom. Earning money will make me self reliant. I can spend whatever on whatever thing I want, whatever things I need. But see, money for earning that also, I have to lose my freedom. Now look, the means tragedy of my life it is. So for freedom and something out of freedom, we should choose. We should choose our limitations. That is the freedom, right? While choosing a work, by choosing a work, suppose someone wants to be a teacher. He or she wants have to go through some exams, certain exams, and appear that, qualify that, and then again trapped. If he or she doesn't want to give any exam, or he or she wants to give some other exam, someone wants to become a IAS aspirant, someone wants to become a teacher, someone wants to become a uh, army person, whatever, that is the only freedom we have to choose. No doubt some people might say that our parents won't allow us to choose everything out over there, but technically we are limited, or really free, or still there are choices for us, like this: roads not taken. One road is well traveled and another road is less traveled. It leads to abasis, to forest. To the one side leads to the paved society, society of engineers, doctors, teachers, bookters, and whatnot. And another side of society is self-paved. You are yourself. you are living your own life, and somewhere you are traded to your will. Now, paved society is something like this. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like ships. Ships are those animals, those kind of animals who are very fearful, very curious, and they move in herds. If one ship jumps, another ship will jump. Look, back then I came across a psychology book of Sigmund Freud. Sorry, I forgot the book's name. He did a test actually in an entire farm. That was an open farm. That was an open farm, but without anything, the master puts a gate in between, in the center of the farm. Farm has no land; it is a grassland actually. He has put a gate in the center and driven its herd through that gate, and magically all the ships went through the gate when they could go anywhere. The entire ground was open for them. But see, they have an encoded thing. They have the fear of missing out, as if they will miss out on something, right? And what is unpaved self will? Unpaved self will is master morality. Wherever we work, wherever we dedicate our efforts, we should rule that. The mastering attitude is unpaved self will, like this person. Now, what road was we choose? It seems like real trouble, where we are left to face life without any armor. Our solution giver will be our nearest society. It's very diversified like this, but tries to pull us to its side like this and to be a part of itself only. Uh, if there was a movie, Little Stuart, it is on mouse. There was a new mouse in the gangs of mouse, where one mouse was trying to not to be fearful. Others pulled him and said, no, 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 that is not the property of mouse. Come to our school. You have to learn how to be a mouse. Now look what we humans are doing, right? The society tries to pull us. We are diversified. We might look different. Our thoughts are different. But there is some kind of unity we need, some kind of cycle we need to identify ourselves as human. And that is like what I am doing. This person should do like that. Or there must be a slight difference, but he or she should do something like that. Look, a ship, three ships are there. They are very diversified in color, creed, and whatnot, but they wanted all to be similar. We might be different, but we are unified in our ship mentality. Being a ship mentality, what we become with our choices, we go with the society and choose a career. So what we become? A slave to schemes, free gas, less fuel, गरीबी का हटाओ, अच्छे दिन, money, electricity, bill kitna badha and all that. We are the following one. These chammers, these chammers will make us die without our knowledge. We are the herd of sheep who are going to fall off the mountain due to this. Or as simple as a slight difference can make us this, a scheme giver. Farm loan waivers, midday meal schemes, laptop free, electricity free education, Sukanya, Jan Dhan Yojana, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, these schemes giver. But irony is, they are also the slaves to their senior officials. Now look, they are even ships, but they are of a advanced herd. Means technically, we all could be considered as ships. Does this change our life? Or we remain same and face same problem and still live the way, rush for same offers, freebies, wait for glamorous sweet poison to poison ourselves? Like Geo SIM card, Apple new phone, and whatnot. Everything is, it's like technical, those advertisement agencies are very, very cunning, I believe. When they advertise, they know how to attract their customers. And when people feel that something is better and free, we should grab it. Now, look, what is the condition? We all ask that. I'm not saying I am something different. I am including myself along with this ideologies. See, some lines at Apple iPhone. The person who sells Apple can attract these people in rain even and sun even. Come buy my product where you have to pay and you feel that you are getting services. You feel that you are getting social stature. You feel that you are getting social recognition. Will it give you recognition? And see, another line. Another line is for Geo SIM cards. But how pathetic. Right now we feel. I might feel that these are the things we never thought that we really need. But those offers made us buy it. But thing is that we choose to buy it. Technically, that is the irony. So let's examine this mentality, right? I feel that my ideas are locked. Even when I went for an Apple phone. My ideas were locked that time. So let's try it again. Let's try it again to put our heart and brain together, right? Still fear filled. Are you fear filled somewhere still? Or have I knocked your slumber and you feel like you will be eaten up by someone if you are pulled out of cage of your thought? Our thought is a cage and we don't want to change. Well, I came across a few people who said me what will happen again. SSB is out. Then when next election will happen, we have to fill for SSB form. Then, man, you have not completed your post graduation. And if that scheme is launched, why are you fearful? Don't you have trust on yourself? But we are captivized by our slides like this. We are humans in jail. If we come out, we are in that slumber. If we come out, there are liners who will eat us up. See how pity. But yes, even I'm thinking, what will happen if I don't get this SSB? Could I even crack an OPSC? See, when I read this, I felt that means every student or PG student over here, my junior friends, they would be thinking, is this man mad or something? Right? But look, where are you presently? Don't worry about things. Everything will change. Everything will gain its space. Let's get out of this cage and tame those tigresses, those lionesses. Don't worry, I'm just asking you to meet a friend of mine. To you all, here is my friend, Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche, a man who changed the fate of Germany, was born on 15th October 1844 at Rocken, Germany. Human, according to him, was a confused character, a character who thinks between good and bad, evil, evil and goodness. What will happen? Where will we rest ourselves? Am I on a good path or on a bad path? Is it self-assessing or something that goes on? So human beings are confused. They really don't know themselves. Even I don't know myself. All of us don't know ourselves. We are like, we are trying to find ourselves. Right? This is the process. We have to go through that. Humans are all two humans who are there. They always find themselves in between their opposites, right and wrong, order and chaos, good and bad, true and false, independent and dependent, master and slave, virtue and vice. We are always there, huh? Comparing someone, talking about someone. They're if they're better, we talk they're good. If they're inferior, we only talk that they can rise, or they have some bad. Oh, he's such a bad man. It's like we 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 give an award to someone. Oh, he's such a bad person. Oh, he's such a good person. Means our entire value system is on comparison. We are on constant note of comparing. It's like war between Apollo and Dionysus. They are, by the way, they are Greek gods. Comparison is like Dionysus is Greek god of wine. Apollo is of visual beauty. Dionysus is god of creativity, dance, music, intoxication, energy, creativity, rivalry, religious ecstasy. And Apollo, visual beauty, rational understanding, optimism, order, reason, goodness, archery, healing and diseases, sunlight and poetry. Now, we should consider someone as good God, someone as bad God, right? But what I feel, there's something good in this person also, and something bad in this person also. So, whom to follow? Whom to follow? One good, another bad. But in case of Nietzsche, he considered himself as Dionysian. This is because he believed that existence is the other name of pain and chaos. And he believes only art can make this pain bearable. And art can be good and bad. And that refers to the human choices of themselves. So art can only be Apollyon and Dionysian. He considered himself as dynamite. So he is on the other side of goodness. Because there are some people, who consider themselves as very straightforward, and straightforward needs a lot of courage, rigorous attitude of some kind of small evils, like being aggressive, being protective towards your judgments, being protecting your own words. So it's a kind of Dionysian attitude. So Nietzsche always considered himself as Dionysian. He never wanted to be in the good books of the people. So after learning this, so what's your opinion? Is there any middle path? Is there any balance? How we have to balance our human mind? Let's try something Indian to carry all these emotions that is expected from we human beings. Navarasa, ninth state of emotional empowerment. Shringara, love and beauty. Hasya, laughter and happiness. Karuna, sorrow and compassion. Raudra, anger and rage. Veera, heroism and courage. Bhayanaka, fear. Vivashya, disgust. Adbhuta, wonder and surprise. Shanta, peace and calmness. There is an Jingping ball, a circle ball, one side dark, one side white, and in white there is a black dot. In black there is a white dot. Means this states that accept life in its real form. You should have every behavior, every emotional state inside you, and in a right proportion. Like Shringara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veera, Bhayanaka, Bhivashya, Adbhuta, Shanta. These are all the qualities of human being. And we display all those qualities somewhere and everywhere according to the situation. So we cannot be entirely good. We cannot be entirely bad. So we have to understand that. So real bang is here actually. So about habits and all those things we consider, but real bang is yet to happen. Eternal recurrence, eternal reoccurrence. Eternal means something will occur for forever. You live, you die, again live, again die, again live, again die. The continuous process of something that is called as eternal recurrence. And Nietzsche said that uh, hit your tail to restart. Do you feel like you came across something like this uh, Nokia old models where there is a snake in the game and he runs for the food, and when he hits his tail, the game is over, and again you restart that. It's like a devil's play, and you play the devil role in this game on this phone. Look, I'm not saying you devil, but you understand, right? Let's get it. What if someday or night, whatever that may be, when you were lonely, you meet a devil. Devil stands in front of you uh, and says you, this life, as you now live it and have lived it, you will have to live it once again and innumerable times again. And there will be nothing new in it. But every pain, every joy, every thought, and every sigh, and every unspeakably small or great I and your life must return to you. Means the way you are born, you'll be born in same way. You will have same parents. You will face same problems. You will feel same grief. You will appear same exams again, all in the same succession and sequence, like the eternal hourglass. Hourglass, a jar of glass. Two glasses are there. There is a hole, and it is filled with sand. When one sand drops into another glass, completes, then again we turn it down to start the count the hours again. It's like turn over again and again, and you with it, speck of dust. You are like that dust inside that hourglass. Someone is just rotating you to this side, again to that side. What what will be your thing? He really meant like this. This will be your master, Doctor Strange. Every Marvel fan or people from our generation or any later generation who have seen this kind of movies where Doctor Strange is fighting some alien and the alien is killing him and he's dying and again reversing the time and he's coming back again. Same thing happening again and again and again until the demon realizes why, what is happening, why are you not dying, just die. It's like infinite times the snake is swallowing its tail and again coming, it's going in and out for infinity. So he really meant this and also this both things, he really meant that. Can we change ourselves? Means suppose you came across a situation where your life will happen like this, whatever happened in your life. Would you like to change your life? Would we? It's like, can we change ourselves? Now, knowing that there would be repetitions, there would be repetitions. You will know that. You will have all the sanctity to know there will be repetitions. Would you like to live the same life? Don't you want to make something better? Will you try to be something very different? I know you'll definitely do that. Indeed, you and all others will try to change common things because nobody is happy with their life. Try to be very real because this is a philosophy forum and I can say this, right? So, world would trade anything for exchange, anything for a good life, anything for a good thought known to him for himself. Let's not skip the world part for himself. But we wanted something to become. So, what is the difference from now? To become what? What we out to become? And what would be our limitations? Means, if there will be an infinite regress happen with you, so you are very curious what I can be. ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଏମିତି କଣ ହେବି? Sorry, what I can be so that I would never be sad if some this life happens again and again. something is there, कुछ तो जी ललचाता है. It's like that. Lend me your ears. I have a gift for you. I am not saying this. It's said by Nietzsche. Superman is all I am gifting you. You could carry him to infinite regress. And I promise you, you won't get tired with any infinite regress. Superman. Anyone can be Superman. It's not like that having those. This costume might seem very different, actually. It's like those X-rays from eyes and all those stuff. It is not happening. But Superman is an interior change that you could make in yourself, in your spirits, to be something different. How to receive that gift? Simple. Become one. Nietzsche said, if you want to get the gift, become the gift. Become the gift to yourself. You gift yourself, that yourself you can become this. But you have to make your spirit adaptable to three metamorphoses as suggested by Nietzsche. And they are camel, lion, and child. You have to go through three stages. You don't have to be this. It's not like that you have to become a camel, you have to become a lion, you have to become a child. No one can become that. But yes, we can adapt few qualities of them. We can learn from them. Adaptability of a camel. Camel is said to be ship of the desert. And looking at our current temperature at some part of Odisha, across India, I cannot say. As I am in Odisha and I'm experiencing this climate, so I'm saying about this 42 degrees, 43 degrees. Such difficult to come out. And where there is desert, just imagine the temperature. Just imagine the place desert which has nothing, only sands all the way. So Nietzsche said that human by nature is pleasure seeking. We seek for pleasure. We are not adaptable to conditions. We seek pleasures. Suppose we are walking in sun, we need an umbrella. Nietzsche named it pleasure. And believes to be in the slumber of comfort zone. We seek our comfort zone where we can be a little more comfortable. But when a person abandons pleasure and start testing himself in all the difficulties of life and carries all the burdens, then only accepts the fate of camel who walks through all the extreme conditions, may it be desert, may it be in hunger, passes through all hardships. That is the property of camel. Camel bears everything. He is never fearful about what loads you put on him, how many humans sit on him. He is only concerned about his way, wherever you take him, wherever you ask him to go, wherever you direct him. He rarely cares for hunger. He has two humps and it has an adaptability of storing food. And this adaptability of camel should happen to our spirits. Then, when a person has been passing through camel, then only he learns to be a camel, then only comes the evolution of power to lion. His spirit has to add on another traded power of lion. Like there was a serial in my childhood, Shaktiman. Shakti Shaktiman was a single person. But when I visualized that, there were five elements of this earth: Jal, Vayu, Agni, Akash, Prithvi, and all those things. They combine together and they become Shaktiman, right? So this is the state of evolution. Camel is in spirit one has adapted to. And evolution happens. That Darwin wala evolution. When Darwin has seen some seagulls, when they were left to different islands, their beaks have changed constantly due to evolution. And he has written about this entire story, not about this Superman, but evolution of beaks, evolution of birds, evolution of species in the origin of species. One of his most celebrated book, Charles Robert Darwin. So once the spirit gets to carry the burden of life and face all the sufferings, start gaining the power. And the power it possesses to rule over the territory and claim its arrival. When a tiger comes, everyone in the jungle is fearful. When tiger came, because tiger is considered as a symbol of power. After the burden of camel, there comes a state where one has to fight back to all the dogmas and social cycles. You have adjusted to yourself to all the situations, everything, your life, your job, your marriage, your family. You are adaptable. But could that give you the total satisfaction of life? Does something hit you? The dogmas, the social cycles, which is considered as dragon, which is considered as dragon. And you have to, dragon is a big creature where you have to be lion. You are a very small creature, but you have to fight a bigger group. Those shackles and dogmas as considered as dragon. And being a lion, you have to fight a dragon. Very difficult, to very bitter. Difficult it is to break the slumbers. Even war has to happen to establish the order and authority. I know being a lion, having a power, you can't entirely establish everything all at once. That's very difficult. But fighting a war is all you choose to show that you are powerful. Yes, I'm there, still in the game. I'm alive. I'm standing in the field of the war. I'm in the war zone. I'm fighting a dragon. Someone who is bigger than me, better than me, even broader than me. It has its establishment around the society. What I can alone do is fight it. A simple idea: if we are feeling hot, let's plant a tree that might not defeat the dragon. But yes, somehow you have retrieved your power. You have claimed your arrival. You have fought against all the slumbers. That act might be as simple as planting a tree, as simple as standing for a good cause, as simple as working for an environment building. Because no kingdom has been built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. It took years of process, years of churning of lions. We need many lions to recreate that society. Society is nothing. Society is we. And we have to understand that. Where we have to give our 100% to the society in order to develop it. And set of social dogmas should be fought back with all the bravery and then let the death or weakness appear to the dragon. If you kill the dragon, that's well and good. If not, give a tough fight. At least make him feel the weakness. Fight like that and establish a new set of order. At least in your society, if I cannot do the good to the entire country, let me start from my house. Let me start from a simple work of my college. Let me start from my university. Let me start from a very ground level. Create a rain of inspiration in the minds of people who are part of slumber and encourage slumber cycles. Let's change them. Let's introduce Superman to them. But power is not everything. You have gained power. You have established power. You have captivated everything. But after every captivity, the recreation is needed because it's like, suppose I am playing Holi, right? I wear a white kurta, I put on a white kurta, a pajama, and went to play colors. And I have colored everyone in my colony, right? I have won over everyone. I have captivated everyone with my colors. But when I come back to my house, what is the first thing I do? I change my clothes. I have to clean myself. I have to go with that transformation in order to enjoy the satisfaction of coloring everyone. Power is not always the thing that should continue because it would be an unknown regress to hold on to it. Breaking the old and creating a new is the game of nature. And that's the place where spirit starts to create anew. A child with the courage to break and recreate. I, when you see a child, when you see a child, uh, you might give some blocks to a child. Blocks, those Rubik cubes and all those stuffs. When we give them to create something, suppose they have a child has created a ship. Then what he does? He breaks that. See how naughty he is, huh? He has broken that toy and again recreated something. He made an aeroplane. So one has to adapt that quality of child in order to recreate. Newness welcomes creativity. When something is new, that welcomes creativity, establishes a new order, and adds longevity to the creation. Suppose there was a king named Ananga Bhimadeva. Ananga Bhimadeva, our Gajapati Raja. And now they have come this long way to Gajapati Dibya Singha Deva. What would have happened if there would be Ananga Bhima Deva? There was rule still going on. Could Dibya Singha Deva survive in this structure of democracy? They were kings. They were lofty towards their rulers. They were lofty rulers. They tried to rule. But look now, democracy. Change is the course of nature. And we have to accept it without any fail. So, how? How to adapt, change, carry those things? Huh? Circus, it seems, right? These pictures, they're the man having a stick, walking on a rope, bouncer, Rani. Many might in local while roaming around, you might have seen in anywhere, in melas or somewhere, where a person is walking on the rope. It's the same game. What's Nietzsche plots. The other side of that is a biases. Completely a bias, not a different sect of thing where you would become Ubermensch. You will rule. So, what is the rope? Rope is a man, a person. I am the rope. And I am stretched between, I am the person who is in between animality and Superman. Would I be a normal animal who will stay with the society, see society as it is? Or will I be Superman who will rule the society, who will work with the society, but in a different, who will take the society in a different direction? Look how difficult it is, huh? We have to feel that the rope is over an abyss. Nothing is there. Nothing in ground, nothing in up. If you fall, you are gone. There was an example in real life. Of example in real life. Just imagine. Once there was a man who manufactured shoes, and he believed in quality delivery. Means he believes in giving quality. While while establishing his company, somewhere with mistake, he has received a complaint from his customer that his shoes quality was not up to mark. The stitches were not good. He only received one complaint. Suppose think yourself as a shopkeeper. What would have been your reaction? If I had been the person, I'd have kept that shoes aside. Sir, would I give you something different? If he asks for money, I'll give that money, or I'll show him some different other shoes. But this man is really terrible. What he did, what would have been his approach? Just think. He burned the shoe. Not the shoe, that shoe only. He burned the entire lot. The lot which was manufactured on same date in same machine, he burnt it all. My God, is he mad? Is he mad or something? No, but it's true. Who is he? Utkala Gaurav Madhusudan Das. the founder of Utkal Tannery. He was the person who thought that ओडिया को केही गाली देबे नहीं, ओडिया को केही गाली देई परिबे नहीं, because we deliver quality and we won't compromise on quality, whatever be the stake. We can fire anything for that. Look how dreaded he is, and he is still alive in us, in our lives. See? So, from Superman, there is another concept. If world gets Superman and gets devoid of God, how is that possible? Superman would be the driver of the society, a person who adamantly takes society forward will be considered as Superman. But we have a contract killer here deployed. Killer Nietzsche. Let's wait for the news. And this is the crime scene. Someone has clicked the photos. This man is trying to kill God. God is above in the heaven and he is trying to kill him. Now God is dead. Crime report is God is dead. The gambit game. He has moved a gambit. A gambit is a term in chess where you sacrifice your uh, pawn, minister, or soldier to get opponent's king killed. Think. So Nietzsche has played that gamble, and he said that God is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How dare you, man? You have killed God, and you are addressing the entire humanity has killed God. Means you have committed the crime, and you are saying everybody has committed the crime. I was not involved. I believe my audience are not involved. You have only killed the God, and you are blaming it on us. Anyway, how he blames, let's see that first. And we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves? The murderers of all murderers. What was the holiest and mightiest of all that the world has yet owned, has bled to death under our knives? Who will wipe this blood of us? Because God is everywhere. God is everywhere. In that Narsimha avatar, God came out from the wall. Right? No offense to Hindu, Muslim, or Sikh. Kindly don't consider it as a religious thing. It's a discrimination anyway. So, sorry, discrimination not. It's a disclaimer. Anyway, blade under our knives. Who will wipe this blood of us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? God's blood, man. How can you wipe it up? What festival of atonement? What sacred games shall we have to invent? Is not the greatness of this deed too great for us? We must ourselves not become gods simply to appear worthy of it. Now look, this guy has played a real game. If you are Superman, you have to be the god. You have to kill the god. And he is not talking about killing the god we worship. He is talking about the god who must be killed, who is hindering us and binding us in between religion, who is saying that your living is sinful. Suppose somewhere you are going, And you find that there was a plant, right? There was a plant where people tie their wishes, wish for something, daga and all those stuffs, right? That has to be cut down. That has to be cut down because school, it's an utilitarian perspective. And people start protesting against the company. Man, how dare you? This is the place where our faith is attached. We have pinned our faith to this plant. We cannot cut it down for the school. Our chief minister is so lenient. School Yojana, more college Yojana. So think, Mr. Pandian can be stopped? I don't think so anyway. But this school will happen anyway. Faith has to be shattered down. Nietzsche is talking about that faith, where the tree has to cut down in order to establish another bigger perspective. Don't attach your idols to the God which you have been worshipping and stopping others doing something in their life, some good to the society. That God must be killed. Para Brahma and Upper Brahma theme of Shankara. It's like that. Game. It's very difficult actually. Well, we have killed God. God is now dead, and world is orphaned. World is orphaned. Arre, Bhagwan, Parampita is dead. Who will take care of the world? World is orphaned. World needs something to keep things going on. Things like morality and righteousness in real danger. Basic thing of religion is that religion teaches morality, righteousness, or else there won't be any difference between us and our early human beings, early man. Early man didn't have any government, didn't have any society, didn't have any faith, only feared someone who is more powerful than it. Simple as that. But by establishing God, we have made a code of conduct. We have to dress like this. We have to walk like this. We have to read this sacred text. We have to go to temple. We have to go to church. We have to go to dargah, masjid, and whatnot. The things like morality and righteousness will be built. After killing of God, there will be another state. Emergency. It's unlike that COVID thing happened. Everyone was in their houses, full police were roaming. When we kill God, that will only happen. Right? When a priest is killed, when a padri is killed, uh, church church backs. When a Maulana is killed, even they they employ and deploy an emergency. But what about when God Himself will be killed? Real danger, eh? So who will take our morality? Someone has to rule us. We are ships. We need to be ruled. Simple. That's what he wants to convey. Who is that person? Does he have a face? Who will say us the Superman we are talking about? Does he have a face? Who will lead the society to a greatness? Is there anyone? Yes. Like this? Anyone? No, he doesn't have a face. So Nietzsche has a solution on it. He deployed, he said that the person who will look after those affairs will be a moral legislator. Basically, he said that I am the person for this job, and he basically employed himself only. He said that people like me can only do that job. I am here to check off the structure of this morality thing. I will be the moral legislator who will take control over morality. I will deploy what to do, what not to do, what to write, what not to write. It's not exactly writing. There is a free will actually. The Superman will be there in every field where he can progress the society. A simple person can turn the herd into Superman and be the protector of the society and make it a righteous growth, give it a righteous growth. So, according to this, we might say that so that nihilism comes in hindrance with Nietzsche. Is he a nihilist or not? I feel that no, Nietzsche was never a nihilist. Due to the authority of existentialism, he was considered as a nihilist, but actually he is never a nihilist. As he himself said, live dangerously. There is no denial in living life. He has never denied living life. He never said there is nothing. He said live life dangerously to an extent where you fall off the cliff even. You try to fall off that, again you create your ropes. You could only know life by living it. One can know life by living it. So he was never a nihilist. His only motivation was experience life in order to understand it. Life has to be understood by experiencing it. There is no other way. You have to live, you have to experience, and you have to do it. Self learning keeps you going. So, this was the stature of Superman that Nietzsche proposed. That was the time when Nietzsche wrote about Superman in Das Book Zarathustra, addressing the modernity, the modernism going on in the society, and modernity has become a slumber filled with dogmas, filled with different types, set of principle norms. Nietzsche was a social philosopher who wants society to rise, who wanted society to rise above itself, grow, flourish. But every good thing has an end. Everything has an end. This was the time where Nietzsche is holding a horse. Before that, his student was Sir Otto Bismarck, Iron Man of Germany. He was in constant touch with Nietzsche. There was a time when he fell into this trap, and this great mind was about to lose its thought. He was about to get insane. He was about to get mad. And he himself considered, due to madness, he considered himself as God sometimes. See how pathetic it was. That was the time when Nietzsche wept. Piazza was crossroads in Turin. Turin is in Italy. Nietzsche was in Italy. In that, in last years of his intelligence or of his what is वो sir हवास में he was there. He wrote 4 books in a year. But when he developed an mental illness, that was the time when Turin witnessed it. That was the time when Nietzsche first cried. He was a tough man, a tough philosopher, a tough social experimenter, a person who experienced society. And that was the time when he saw a horseman beating the horse car. There was time when people were driven by horse cars. Nietzsche, when saw the horse getting beaten up by his master, he ran and pushed its master and hugged the horse and cried. Involuntarily, he kept on crying. And when he cried, he said the horse, I understand your pain. After 7 days, he was post that incident. Post that incident, just 7 days, he was taken to mental asylum. While writing before that, while writing letter to Bismarck, somebody will say that there will be someone when you write a letter to someone, you write yours faithfully, yours truly, yours lovely. But he wrote Christ from Jesus Christ, from diocese. That was the time when great mind lost his control. Picture which represents the head is open. Everything was fading away from that person. Every intelligence was going away from him. This was the time moral values, moral judgments, human values were just departing from Nietzsche. And he was handed over to his sister.
Conclude here. It is only 90 minutes. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. So that was the time when Elizabeth, he was handed to his sister Elizabeth, and that was the great end to this great philosopher in 1900. He got his death. This was the time when Nietzsche wept, and this is the story of Nietzsche. Thank you all for your patient hearing. Any feedback and suggestion, kindly mail me. This is my mail address. I'll be really guided if you give your on true suggestions, whatever I need to change. There are teachers, my teachers are there. Of course, I'll be guided by them directly, and I wish every participant over here can help me out in this. Thank you all. Sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Very good.
Okay, I don't think Kailas Manasar is there. Okay, so I should thank Ambika Prasad for his confident talk. Okay, what I could see is uh, the way he has tried to articulate things and the way he has tried to put things. So it's an indicator of how things are to be put in. Well, I will have my observations on this later. So to start with, um, first of all, I congratulate the speaker for this talk and straightforward. Let us move to Dr. Rajit Ghosh for having his observations um, and comments. Is Dr. Ghosh there? I don't think Dr. Ghosh is there.
Ranjit sir has
Ranjit sir is not there. I think he has left. Anyway, we have the guide of Ambika, Nandini madam. Well, I request her to. Yes, sir. You're trying to say something.
yes,
Yes.
I shall just ask one question um, to Ambika Prasad. Acha, before me, let us
Sir.
ask to Deepali Raut. She has raised her hand. Deepali Raut.
Yes. Well. Let me welcome Dipali Raut. Well, she's a research scholar, I think. I know. Well, please have your observations or your questions, whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. I'm Dipali Raut, lecturer in Logic and Philosophy from Kandarpur College. So, Ambika Prasad, finally meeting him as a research scholar, and he was my junior, of course. So, I was very much mesmerized by your presentation.
Thank you.
The way you have presented and the articulation, wow, it was completely wow, if
Thank you very
use this
much.
word.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so my question would be like, how do you understand modernism, first of all?
Hmm.
Because the topic is about significance of Nietzsche's thought on modernism, right? So, how do you understand modernism in your sense? Can you describe that?
My personal sense or Nietzschean sense?
Uh, First, how do you understand, and then we could proceed about Nietzsche.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand
No,
modernism.
you go with Nisa first. How he understands.
Okay,
Put it.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Then your own position.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nietzsche understand society as a slumber. Modernity is a slumber to the society. And how it becomes slumber? When you live in this kind of society where everything is happening, it's developing, and certainly every development is giving us a comfort zone.
Mhm.
When we develop somewhere, we try to be in comfort zone. So he understands that modernity is a slumber and it kills our expertise. So we have to pave ourselves or be the four rulers of the society in order to go through all the experiences that society is providing to us. And in my opinion, modernity is something which is a little better than tomorrow, a little greater than tomorrow, a little developed than tomorrow. And that is what I understand by modernity in my personal perspective. So if we get better without losing our etiquettes, that is what modernity is to me.
Yes. So basically, I asked you this question because
Yes, sir.
the whole setup would occur around how modernity is understood,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So actually, I am able to ask this question because I have been working on this modernism and modernity
Yeah. Yeah.
lately. So happens like we call Descartes as the father of modern philosophy, right? Modern
Mhm.
philosophy, and
Right.
typically or literally we use modern word in a time sense,
Yeah.
right? So what happens is it is about thought.
Hmm.
Okay, it is about thought and how thought develops.
Hmm.
So as per my knowledge is Nietzsche has critiqued development of thought in extreme sense, which
Hmm.
has taken society into this slumber, which you say that modernity has caused society a slumber,
No,
right?
modern days, like
So
people have a habit of living same life, same articulated life. Suppose we have a cell phone, we get a call, our work is done, or we simply address someone through a cell phone. We don't have to get involved 100% in order to live that experience, right? So
see,
modernity has a close impact on us, but Descartes' modernism, it's a very time specific. Nietzsche has specially talked about people. He has experimented on people, and Nietzsche has no talk about that growth of something like industrialization, revolution, or whatever. He has no keep on it. He talked about human thing. Human are the instrument of nature, and on him only he said that your modernity is like you are living, you are eating, you are living in the same society, and in order to that one has to read the book of Zarathustra, where Zarathustra was a hermit who was living on the hilltop, and he came down to society. Society was built around gentlemen. He said that you have been working, living, and all the way you are doing same thing, but the society is not getting good. Somewhere it is demolishing. So that modernity, what Nietzsche talks, is a human thought only. It's not a time modernization. I want to clarify you that first.
yeah, it's not about time modernization.
Yeah.
What I say is, let's say, is considering only one aspect of modernity, as you said, that he is focusing on human beings and their
Hmm.
thought, right?
Hmm.
But for which he is actually criticized by Habermas.
Hmm.
He has a project called Philosophical Discourse of Modernity,
Okay.
where he has criticized him.
Uh,
So
can you, ma'am, please
nobody,
repeat it?
yeah, Philosophical Discourse of Modernity by
Okay.
Habermas. Yeah. Jerk. Actually, modernity as itself is, as you said, that Descartes, it's quite time specific. It's not. Okay.
Okay.
If it would have been time specific, then wouldn't have two fathers of philosophy and Descartes as father of modern
Modern
philosophy.
philosophy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a thought difference, there is a difference. And about tradition and modernity, you can also find some abstracts or extracts from Reasons and Traditions by J.N. Mohanty. You can get it from there also. Okay,
Okay. Thank
that
you.
he says that you do not need to leave your tradition in order to be modernized.
Hmm.
Modernized means you have to carry the tradition and develop according to the need of time and everything. You have to modify yourself with the practicality, with the need, with even not compromising with the human nature. What you are speaking about, what Nietzsche is also emphasizing on.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have to means the direction has to go on it. And you can also to understand what modernity is about, you can also take Michael Foucault,
Hmm.
Althusser McIntyre. You can
Hmm.
understand them because they have also criticized modernity in to some
Okay.
sense. Okay, and if you want that how modernity is and what it is understood and how it could develop further, you can read Habermas, where he has analyzed different means how different philosophers uh, analyze this term modernity or this thought process or this process modernity as such. Okay, so that you can see that Nietzsche is actually going one dimensional,
Yeah.
whereas society is multi-dimensional.
Multidimensional. Yeah.
Okay,
Indeed.
and
I
we
understand
cannot
that.
deny that, and we
I
cannot
no
deny
one can deny that.
okay, so
Yeah.
how these things has to be taken into account, as well as how Nietzsche is also help means like poking us. You are human beings, you are not slaves, you are meant to be a leader yourself. So
Yeah.
how can that also get engrossed into this project of modernity that needs to be
Yeah.
worked on? It's my observation, or it's my
No, thank you. I have recorded your observation and I will work on it further. And you know, the thing is that when Nietzsche is going one dimensional, it was time of 1800, right? So that was a time constraint over there. So according to Nisha, when that was a different time, so he talked about that thought, and that was a time of wars. That was a time of new opinions on everything. So it was a kind of thing. As I took him as my paper, I still have a lot of comparison and lot to read. So thank you for your suggestion, and I have jotted down all the books. And for further help, I'll definitely talk to you.
Yeah. Thanks for admitting my inquiries.
Thank you, ma'am, for everything.
Yes, we'll come to this after taking Dr. Putas.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Welcome, sir. Please.
am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Audible, sir.
Yes, I actually agree with Deepali. Uh, the point is that do you think that Nisse is talking about society? I think no. He is talking about the nature of the individual only. What should be an individual? Okay. If there is any sense of a society, then from the entire talk of yours and the entire philosophy of Nietzsche, I don't feel any constructive idea of society. For example, suppose there is a family and there are 5 members in a family. If all the members will behave like a superman, nobody will obey nobody, anybody. All will be, all will have the attitude of a revolutionary attitude. That they will not actually what happens in a family, if somebody, even if somebody is wrong, sometimes we compromise, sometimes we negotiate. By that we live socially. Okay, if everybody will be like a superman, will like we say, then do you think of any social life, any social harmony, society? Do you think is
Yeah,
it really modernism? What
yes,
is
sir.
the
I
future? Yes, that is my query.
sir, yes, sir. You please complete it. Actually,
Yes,
what is the future?
this is my submission.
Yes, sir. Sir, thing is that Nietzsche has said that my workshop cannot be a school. It cannot be a school. I have to go for one individual at a time. Suppose whatever good I am doing, I'm doing it very personally, but it affects the society. Suppose I am walking on the road, I found a peel of banana, fell on the road. If I put
Even that affects your family members. Even that will
no, no,
affect
no,
your
sir.
wife.
Family member,
That
sir.
will
Nietzsche
affect your
has
child.
taken talked about overman. That overman is not an egoistic overman. That overman is not egoistic overman. A person who is simply best at his
If
work.
he is not egoistic, and he will not be egoistic, then he will have to compromise. Our life is a compromising life. Many times we have to compromise. Otherwise, we
Sir,
can't live a family life. That is the point.
Sir,
yes,
sir, actually, when we're saying compromising, there is no question of compromise actually. When we're saying Superman or Overman, as per Nissa, I think when we're taking the moral ground, whatever we're taking moral ground, that is universal for all. When we're taking some particularity, means particular things we're taking, then it's particular for me, particular for others. We are taking there is similarity, and if that is morally acceptable, then it becomes universalism. Yeah, when one thing Deepali very nicely explained that about Descartes. Is Descartes the father of modern philosophy? Descartes has taken the conceptual. Means there is conceptual analysis is there are there in Descartes' philosophy, and is our father of modern philosophy. But when we are thinking about Nietzsche, Nietzsche has taken one moral overview of Superman.
Okay, so when we're taking Superman, there is what we're thinking that about Nissa, he is taking that individuality. Individuality means when we're taking individual point of view, we're not taking society. But when we're taking individual point of view, by taking the individual, we're coming to society also. Then we're coming to society. Then it will become universalizable. So Nissa's point of view is not in a negative approach. Individually, we are coming to positivity and we are coming to society in a proper direction. That is the view of Nissa. And he tries to this thing only. There is no that Nissa has taken some imaginary point of view like that we think, but that is not. There is nothing like imagination. He explained that modernism. What is modernism? When we are saying how can we have taken the modernism in the philosophical outlook? We are saying modernism. Modernism is good. We can deny because we are living in the society, then we are accepting something, and what is necessary to rectify, we need to take the thing also. Modernism don't never implement that we will be modern and we just superfluous. No. Modernism, according to Nissa, we will take all the good things togetherly, then we implement it individually, then we'll come to the society. First of all, we will be like this. Then we will get some flavor of morality from that. Then we'll come to modernism. Then that modernism will be last forever. Means there is we're saying old is always good. Good. Old is always good. We are saying no, we can't deny that thing. Like that, Nissa is coming to this point from the practical point of view. I understood these things. So he tries to modernism in philosophy, philosophical thought. How can we put philosophical thought implementation in modernism? How can we put? Then basic things we need, practical things, practicality as given importance. Whenever we are taking importance to practicality, then we are saying, what is the point of view of Superman, Overman? What is that? We are confusion in that. But Nissa Superman to common man. That's his point of view. Okay, then am giving to Pramod sir and Kevner sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Well,
Thank you.
entire scheme. I was listening to all of you, the entire scheme. I listened to Ambika. The point that I wish to see is I see society. I see also the individual evolution in Nietzsche's philosophy. We could see Ambika has clearly pointed out, he made a distinction between a paved society and unpaved self will. He made a distinction. When he talks of a paved society, that is for the members of common men. Okay, it is for the general men, it is for nearly all men in the society. Everybody cannot evolve to be a Superman. When it talks of unpaved self will, there comes creativity, there comes novelty, and there is some newness, there comes some modernity, modern touch to what is normally followed. And that is the approach that Nietzsche is having, that everybody cannot evolve into what is called a Superman.
Yes.
Only a few individuals, they are unpaved by the general trend. They think differently, they talk differently, the approach is different, taking the circumstances into account, and there they hit at novelty, and then then they come to the world and they have the followers behind.
Follows.
So the
Yes.
society is not lost. The society is there, and everybody cannot evolve into a
Human.
superhuman
Yes.
being or Superman. That's why he even talked of Nietzsche takes the charge that I am going to evolve as a Superman. That means he's trying to say that the evolution is possible in man and the society will follow it. If it comes to, okay, okay, when he talks of that God is dead, so he's taking the charge of morality to himself. Okay, he places everything on the Superman itself. So everybody cannot evolve into a Superman. The beautiful example that Ambika has given, that garden where there is a cow shed or a cattle shed, everywhere it is open, but a gate has been fixed at the center. So it is the work of a Superman. He has fixed that gate, and the common, okay, everybody, okay, walks into that gate. So he is showing the path, and the people will move into that. So that means, who has put that gate? The Superman. And who are following? The members of the society.
Members of the society.
So that is the point, that his society is not lost. Only the individual evolution is talked of in his J, where one can be a Superman and he will be the guide to the society. So this is my total. This is how I understand. I take this J. So well, people may
Yes, sir.
comment.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Just like Hume says that reason is the slaves of passion.
Passer.
Then if we just take it opposite, we are not the slaves of passion. Rather, passion will be slaves of the reason. Then only we can go one step towards Superman. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, everybody. Well, this is how I understood, because otherwise, everybody. Well, one more. The point that I got through is from what Dr. Das pointed out. If everybody evolves to be a Superman, there would be no society. The society is lost. So there would be a paved society, and that society is paved by these unpaved
So,
self-will people, whom we call modernists, or the guides, or the centers, who are the icons of modernity, who change, who bring change, who see things in a new light, and then the society follows. So
yes, sir.
this structure,
Absolutely,
this
sir.
is how I,
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
this
sir.
is how I
That was
Absolutely.
understand.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Very well. I thank Ambika for this. Well, I invite any other comments from the participants. Well, what I see, one more thing, of course, I see. In the beginning, Ambika pointed out the influences. Okay, on him, a list of influences, and the most influential person in his life, what I could see from his style of presentation, was Dr. Professor Pratit Pawan Das, because the style, the structuring, and the entire scheme, how he presents. Okay, so the style is somehow mimicked or copied, I think, from the style that Professor Das, Pratit Pawan Das, carries on, and more, and entire the way he brings in
Acha,
issues.
Dr. Rao,
Sir, sir.
uh, should Ambika say that only few will be Superman?
yes, sir. Actually, few could be only Superman. So
Why?
that what Nietzsche talked about
Now, why do we
when he
say
talked about
so?
moral
If,
legislature.
if something is good, if being
Yeah,
Superman is good,
yes, sir.
as in Indian tradition, we say that everybody should have freedom. Everybody should have a sense of freedom in the sense of a moksha. That's okay. If
Yes, sir.
something is good, then everybody should be its shareholders. So why should we say that I shall be the Superman? I am Nietzsche,
No,
I
no,
am the Superman, I shall guide society. Why?
No,
Why
no,
that
no,
Dr.
no,
such
Das,
a
sir.
Dr. Das, well,
policy?
Dr. Das, well,
Uh,
no, 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 no.
Sir,
then
he
it
Dr. Das,
was
is
well,
it is
challenged.
a
the point
shifting of leadership that somebody who was leading now I shall lead because I become Superman. Again, this slave society is continuing. So why should not we say that
Sir,
everybody
there
should be
is
a
no
Superman?
darkness. If there won't be any darkness, then there won't be light. If if there won't be
Nahi,
darkness, there won't be light.
should Nietzsche say, I shall become a Superman, and my scheme is so strong that everybody will become a Superman. I think this will be a moral point.
Sir, moral point is I should be a Superman. He talked about individuality.
Huh.
He has talked one who accepts the individuality. Everyone can't learn that.
No, no, I shall be a Superman and all others will follow me. This is the conclusion that I am getting.
Yes,
Yes,
So
it can
why?
be.
it
Yes,
can
it
be, sir.
can be. Yes, it can be.
Sir,
I
it
think
is,
so.
it
Now,
is,
why,
it is.
why,
I
why
already said you,
it
sir.
cannot be that all should be Superman?
No,
Is
in the
there?
Indian, Professor Das, in the Indian current, we can think of that. But the
Huh.
Western current, that trend is not there because, as you pointed out, in the family, everybody cannot elevate to be a Superman. There would be no family at all. So the
Huh.
point is, there are people, okay, who think, okay, away from what normally is thought of.
Now we are
And
living that society, sir. Now son is saying that I am Superman, that's why I shall not obey my father. Now we are living in such society.
no, I
So
couldn't get you. I couldn't get you.
now we are living in such a society that son is saying that I become Superman, I shall not obey my father. Wife is saying that I become Superman, I shall not obey my husband. So my point is, why
Yes,
should
sir.
it be
You are
fixed for
correct.
one
But these
Sir,
are the
or few? Why
sir,
should we restrict that scheme
sir,
for
sir,
few?
evolution, that Superman, that
Uh,
term, is a egoistic statement. But that is a positive statement. There must be positive ego. Like there is a sense of development. There
that
is
everybody should have it. Everybody should have it.
yes, yes. Everybody
everybody
is
should have it.
Yes,
Sir,
everybody. Yes,
sir,
everybody is there in society. That is
yes,
my
yes.
point.
sir
Everybody
ଘରେ
should be.
ଯଦି
But
sir ଘରେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ
everybody
ପିଲା ଭଲ
should
ପଢେ
be
Uh,
deserved for that.
ତାକୁ ତା ବାପା ମା
What are
ମାନେ
the
କୁହନ୍ତି ତା ସାନ
characteristics?
ଭାଇ ଭଉଣୀ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ତାକୁ ଫଲୋ କରିବା ପାଇଁ
uh.
ତା ମାନେ
ନାଇଁ
ନୁହେଁ ଯେ କି ସେ
ଭଲ କଥା
ସୁପରମ୍ୟାନ
ପଢିନି,
ହେଇଗଲା
ଫ୍ରିଡମ କଥା ପଢିଛି, ଫ୍ରିଡମ।
ସର୍ ଫ୍ରିଡମ
ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଫ୍ରିଡମ କଥା ତମେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କଲ ପ୍ରଥମରୁ, ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ର ଡେଫିନେସନ ଦେଲ, ଫ୍ରିଡମ କଥା ଆମର ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ କଣ୍ଟେକ୍ସଟ ବି ଆଲୋଚନା ହେଇଛି। ଯୋଉ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଯଦି ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଫ୍ରି ହେବେ, କ୍ୟାନ୍ ୟୁ ହାଭ୍ ଏନି ବଣ୍ଡ ଇନ୍ ସୋସାଇଟି? ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ପଏଣ୍ଟ। ଆଚ୍ଛା ମତେ କହିଲ, ସେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ବାହା ହେଇଥିଲେ ନା ନାଇଁ?
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ବାହା ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି।
ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଇଜ ଦ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଦେୟାର। ଓକେ ଓକେ, ଠିକ ଅଛି, କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ।
Actually, sir, your point is 100% correct, Pramod sir. Actually, you are really you are right. But one thing is, yes, one thing is everybody can be Superman, provided what are the characteristics for the Superman we should be deserved for that. If we have, then we will be Superman. But we can't without all this thing, acquiring all these things, just for we can say that we are Superman. If we will be Superman, others should be explain that. So we should deserve these characters. Then everybody can be Superman
Okay.
for
Anyway,
herself or himself.
every philosophy has its limitations. Okay,
Yes sir,
this is an angle of thought. Thank you.
yes sir, thank you sir.
Uh,
So,
but you did have a very beautiful attempt. Being a
Sir,
research scholar, I congratulate you.
thank you sir.
Thanks. That part
the,
is separate. Thanks.
okay, the point that comes to me is everybody aspires to be a Superman, but only a selected few do become Superman for the society to follow them. So that is the case. There is no
Yes.
problem. There is no boundary to say that you cannot become a Superman. You become a Superman, and you don't know that, but the society follows.
Yes sir.
So there lies that you have flowered into a Superman. Okay, so this is how I think, and only a selected few do become elevated into a Superman. Everybody cannot become. If you take the Indian context, everybody cannot elevate into Sri Aurobindo. Okay,
Yes.
everybody cannot elevate.
Aurobindo very beautifully, you have marked my intention. Aurobindo said, if there is an evolution, there is an ascending process from matter to Sachidananda, this scheme is for all. Each and everybody will ascend to that state. This scheme is missing in Nietzsche. Okay. So that, and if it is there, then there will be no society. Nobody will obey anybody. Nobody will
Sir,
obey the government.
sir, Westerners
Therefore, we are
have
saying
always
that.
missed on
Therefore, we
Sarvodaya.
are saying society is a slumber.
Yes sir.
Therefore, we are saying that we should not have said that from the Indian context. Sometimes
Yes sir.
what happens? What happens?
We
We,
are taking the
uh,
Arvindas and Indian context, na? That's the problem.
that is the point. So this is so
Yes,
from
yes.
that point it is it
Yeah.
has its own limitation. Thank you, thank you.
Sir,
But I
Sarvodaya is.
but
Oh,
I appreciate your effort. You
thank you,
don't
sir.
have any fault. You are advocating Nietzsche. So every fault and merits goes to Nietzsche. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So society never accepts Sarvodaya. Westerners never accept Sarvodaya, whereas our Sarvodaya is our Indian context only.
Therefore, they
Rise,
don't have
rise.
any constitutive society. They
Yes, sir.
don't have family
Because
life. They
yes, sir.
don't have nothing. They live and die, earn money, move all around the world, and research, doing research, and
Yes, sir.
dying. But here the concepts are okay. Anyway. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Okay, thank you, thank you, Ambika, and thank you, Nandini madam, and also Pramod Das sir, and also Swagit, or the other girl, Dipalini Rao. Okay. Anyway, the last line, maybe towards the end, Ambika spoke that here maybe lies modernity, that is, experience life, understand it, and try to go through it. And that is the mark of modernity. And there you evolve. And there is a chance to become a Superman. You become or not, that's a different matter. So experience life, understand it, and try to go through it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there lies the secret. This is the message that maybe this wants to convey to the
I
society.
also
Thank you.
appreciate Dipali Rao, the way she asked questions. This should be the spirit of
Yes,
debate.
yes.
Here
Thank you
actually
so much.
actually
Yes.
here actually we are playing the game. Okay, there is
Yes,
no
sir.
winner, no loser. But the way Dipali asked question, and that was
Yes, it is
very
appreciable.
interesting, very interesting.
Yes, it's very appreciable.
Research scholars should fight with each other, and
Yes, sir.
that should be. Thank you all, thank you. Dipali, you should
Yes,
come with the paper. Dipali,
Dipali,
you should come
she
with
has
a paper.
unmuted, wanted to say something. Dipali, she
No,
wanted to say something.
it's a it's gratitude that I have been part of this Miss today's discussion, and thanks for appreciating my question and queries, and thank you.
You
Okay,
should come
okay,
with a paper future. Okay, thank
okay,
you.
Yes,
okay.
thank you,
Fine,
sir.
fine, fine. Thank you, thank you,
So
thank
let
you,
us
thank you.
conclude, sir.
Okay, with okay with this, sir, you finally wind up the entire scheme, sir. Okay,
Okay, I will do that.
okay. Ah, you
Uh,
do this. You do that, sir.
yes, yes.
Okay. Yes.
First of all, I am grateful to Ambika for accepting our invitation and
Sir.
presenting his paper very beautifully and nicely and consistently. Thank you, Ambika, and you also
Thank you,
prepare
sir.
other papers apart
Yes, sir.
from your research area. And
Yes, sir.
we are always ready, and we have our doors are open for you. All research
Thank you, sir.
scholars, Dipali, you come, Sagatika, you come, all other research scholars should come to this forum for having a very constructive discussion. That is how we shall have no fear consciousness.
Yes, sir.
We shall have an attitude for a seminar presentation. That attitude is something that is very interesting. I saw that attitude in Dipali, and I saw that attitude in Ambika. Others should not remain silent. They should also participate in this discussion. And the way Nandini madam, um, okay,
Nandini madam, Pramod bhai, Nandini madam ko dun
yes,
rahigale.
yes, I am. Okay, Nandini, being a because some Nandini is supposed to be a student, therefore I am telling Nandini.
ମୁଁ ଆପଣ ପାଖେ
Uh,
ପଢିଛି ଆଉ ଆପଣ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କହିଲେ ହବ କି
yes, she has guided Ambika very nicely,
by you.
and and now to Ambika you have guided, and as a guide, when you stand with your scholar, that is also very amazing, very interesting. Thank you, Nandini. That should be the spirit of a supervisor, which is missing now. Okay, I am grateful to Dr. Rao for his beautiful moderation, And I am grateful to all the participants of this session. Thank you all. With this,
Thank you,
the
sir.
session is declared closed. Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
We also thank you, sir. We also thank you for making this event successful. So best wishes to Ambika for
Thank you, sir.
and be ready for some more talks. Okay,
Yes, sir. Sir,
and
ମୁଁ
under
ଯଦି
the
କିଛି
guidance
ତ୍ରୁଟି
of
ଥିବ ଟିକେ
Nandini
ମାର୍ଜନା
Madam.
କରିବେ.
And I also request Nandini Madam to have one talk in philosophy family.
Ha, ha,
Okay,
yes,
Okay.
yes.
sometime,
Yes, yes, yes,
sometime.
yes,
Okay, madam.
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes,
So,
yes,
so,
yes.
so, so, so with these words, may I ask
Yes.
Pramod